my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Anna from Miss A Crochet. I crochet amigurumi, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. This video is going to be another educational video. I know I just posted one last week, but I think it's important. I have a market coming up in like 2 weeks, not even 2 weeks. So I really need to start pricing my amigurumi and I need to start making more. So I think it's the perfect time to show you guys how I price my amigurumi. In order to do that, I am going to be making this guy a little baby. I've already calculated the price of my big axolotls, but I don't have the price for my little ones. Also, he just needs a baby. Like all my other axolotls have a baby and these ones don't. So I'm going to make the baby, show you how I calculate my prices, and then also now have another plushie in my inventory. Before we start, I would like to say not everybody prices this way. You know, this is just my way of doing it. Some people don't track how long something takes them to make. Other people don't track the materials and then charge extra per hour. This is just what's been working for me, and I know a lot of people like to, you know, see different ways to do different things. So this is what works for me. If it doesn't work for you, that's totally fine. And these prices are what worked at my last market. Again, this is only my second in-person market that I will be attending, so I am still learning. This is just what works for me right now. Originally, when I was just making stuff for my family and friends, I would totally just like ballpark a number, you know, like, oh, it's a little frog, I'll charge you $7. Like, I did not calculate my material cost and I did not track how long anything took me to make. But then as I got more and more into selling things and into the crochet community, I started seeing a lot of videos of people being like, this is how I price my amigurumi, or, you know, whatever they make, and this is why you really should be measuring your costs, because it's very easy to undersell your work as an artist in any field. There were a lot of people, you know, sharing how they price their things, and they were including things like stuffing, safety eyes, crochet hooks, pattern cost, and I hadn't even considered that. So then I really started to rethink my pricing process and if I'm actually making money or if I'm just kind of barely making even. A couple months ago, Cameron's Cute Creations released a pricing calculator. I ended up getting it on sale because I bought it within the first 24 hours of release. But a lot of this is based off of her pricing calculator. I love her pricing calculator. I learned a ton from it and it's helped me make my little mini one. But I hated that, you know, you have one document and you can only calculate the price for one item on the one document. So you'd have to like duplicate it or, you know, calculate it, write it down, delete it all, retype it in. So I was like, okay, my Google Drive is getting full of Google Excel spreadsheets. So I made this mini one that just sits like right on top of my inventory tracker, and it works really, really well. Okay, so in the first row, you know, we just have material, item cost, item size, quantity you started with, quantity ended with, and then total costs. Again, these are already like kind of auto-filling just because of like the different equations I had to type in. But to start, I'm going to use Bernat blanket. I do have a confession. I get a lot of my Bernat blankets on sale between $8.99 and $11.99, but their original price is $12.99, and I'm too lazy to try and remember like, oh, I got this white for $8.99 and I got these three plus this one for the buy three get one free. So I just say they all cost $12.99. Easy. I just know what it is like that. So this top one, I've already pre-weighed my skeins. I have, you know, Bernat blanket. Right now I'm starting with 3.375 ounces in white. And then for the other Bernat blanket color, I have 2.25 ounces in pastel pink. So then when I'm done crocheting my axolotl, I'm going to go and reweigh those skeins, plug the numbers in here, and it will do the math and tell me how much my yarn cost. For stuffing, I got a $50 10-pound box of polyfill. I just weighed it today and I have 4.2 pounds left. So again, when I'm done making the plushie, I'm going to reweigh the box and it will tell me how much I used. Safety eyes is difficult. I need to create like a mini spreadsheet for all my safety eye costs because I have to keep going back into Amazon and then looking at my past orders to see how much the safety eyes cost and how many I got. But I'm going to be using 10mm safety eyes, so I do still have to plug in those numbers because I haven't looked yet. But again, it'll just do the same thing. You only need 2 safety eyes, quantity right there. And then for the most important part, I think, is the hourly wage and time. I am going to time myself making this axolotl so that I know, how long it takes me to make this. And then I'm going to kind of base my hourly wage on what I said my big axolotls were worth. I think I said they were 16. Yeah, I said they were 16. So we'll see. I usually kind of base my hourly wage on how complicated the project is. This project does involve color changing and sewing, so I'll probably keep it with the 16 unless like it becomes this like ridiculously high or ridiculously low number. I really just kind of fluctuate how much I charge per hour for things. Like my Just a Little Crabby no-sew crab pattern only takes me 20 minutes to make, so I don't really charge that much per hour just because they're super easy and I already have the pattern memorized. So because I haven't added in any of these extra numbers, we're seeing a bunch of like errors and things like that. I promise, go back down. Once you add in all of your stuff, it will calculate it correctly. It's really easy to make these kind of spreadsheets. There are a bunch of tutorials, and like, I know people use it to like track their work hours too. I've done that for other things. Again, you could also just get Cameron's Cute Creations one. And of course, you could just do this on pencil and paper. You do quantity started minus the quantity ended, and then times 10.5 divided by $12.99. That's your cost. I think it's just worth like struggling to make like all the different equations, and then once you have that done, everything else works and you don't have to waste any of your time doing the math anymore. Now that I'm done talking your ear off, I just want you to know, if you have any questions about pricing, feel free to comment, DM me on Instagram. I love helping people with anything. I just love crochet. So many people have helped me, like when I was learning how to crochet or learning how to price, and I just want to be able to give back. But without further ado, let's make a baby axolotl and calculate my price. Oh, also I would like to say I've already made this axolotl pattern 3 times. I personally don't think that you should time the very first one that you make, because the first one I think took me an hour and 20 minutes to make. And I am 100% sure the one I'm about to make will not take that long. I think, once you make 2 or 3, you're comfortable with the pattern, you have your flow and you know the construction, that's when you should time yourself. I don't think you should time yourself for the very first one, because, maybe you make a mistake and you have to tear out 5 rows and remake them. I don't think that really should be added on to the price. Again, though, some people might think that. I just don't think that, learning how to make it should be like included. I think, take the average of a couple different times you do it and then you'll be fine. Okay, I'm back. I had to change my hearing aid battery and then I couldn't find one, so I'm back though. A fun fact, if you didn't know it, I'm severely hard of hearing, and I wear bilateral hearing aids, and I am a music performance major, which I think is just funny. Weird, ironic, whatever. I'm starting the time actually. But yeah, fun fact about me. I don't really talk about it a lot, just because, I don't know. It's just something I've lived with like 18 years of my life. Oh God, I'm already not counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. But it is a significant part of who I am. So I thought I would share that with you. I don't know if I've mentioned it before in other videos. I know I kind of talked about it on Instagram, but there are so many new people here now. Maybe I just need to kind of reintroduce myself as I try and crochet an axolotl. I shouldn't be rushing, even though I am right now. I should just crochet how I normally would, chilling. Because if I rush, then, it's not going to be that accurate, and also it stresses me out, and I don't crochet as well. So I'm just going to be chill as a cucumber when I make this guy, and talk to you, even though now I can't really think of anything else to say except, I have an orchestra concert in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't know. But we're playing, we're collaborating with some choir students, and we're playing a bunch of pieces from some of Mozart's most famous operas. We're playing something from The Magic Flute, Don Giovanni, and there's another one that I can't think of. Papagena, he's from The Magic Flute. I don't know. Did I make a mistake? One, increase one. I did. See, I'm already messing up. Should I pause the time? Probably. Am I going to? No, I'm just gonna think really quickly. Okay, I'm back on track now. I'm really excited for it though. It's during homecoming, so a bunch of alumni are coming back. And my friend Alika is one of the opera singers. She's performing like 3 of the songs, and it's gonna be really cool. It's our full university orchestra, and then like 10 singers. I think it's gonna be a great concert. I'm excited to hear the opera singers. We haven't had any rehearsals with them yet, but I've been obviously like listening to the recordings and studying and whatever. I'm excited. I usually don't listen to opera, I'll be honest. Opera is not my, it's not my cup of tea, but it's also not something I just listen to. You know, I like playing in it and whatever, but definitely not something I would say I'm very passionate about. But it's really fun to, you know, collaborate with other musicians, especially because I don't think I've ever played like with an opera singer. That might be a liar. I feel like there was a community orchestra thing I maybe did. I should stop talking though and start counting. This is where we get to the gnarly part. Well, I mean, it's not that gnarly, but I mean, it's just color changes. I struggled with these color changes at first, because I love the pattern and the designer, but she doesn't say where they're supposed to be. She just, you know, assumes that you know that, and that's kind of like not I don't know, that's not how I would have written it myself. But you know, I eventually figured it out. I tried to message her, but it didn't really go through or whatever. Sorry, it sounds like I'm like doxing her. I'm not. She's a great designer. I ended up talking though with my friend Moonshroom Crochet, and they helped me figure out how to do it, which was awesome because they have the same pattern too. And they said that they were struggling with the color changes as well. And I am struggling with just crocheting. I really haven't been crocheting, which is honestly sad. I've just been doing school. I've just been doing school. Obviously, you know, working on the music for that upcoming concert because I'm sitting in first chair, and when you sit in first chair, the pressure's on. And I'm also in a conducting class, so I have to practice conducting a lot. I'm also in a ceramics class, which I thought was going to be so fun. It's not. We have to throw, like, we were throwing within the first week and a half, and I've never thrown before, so it has been incredibly difficult. We have like our midterm a month. Well, I don't know. We have our midterm like super early because obviously we have to fire our stuff and glaze and do all these things. But I don't know. I'm scared. I only have 3 cylinders, 3 maquettes, a big slab project that's not even done yet. So really I only have 6 of the 9 things done, and I really am bad at throwing. and it takes me a long time, so I'm kind of stressing out about that. I don't know, it's just not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a lot more hands-on learning, and it's just like watch the videos, come in and work on this stuff during class time, and then also come in for 3 extra hours and work on this stuff. And I'm like, but this is hard stuff, like why aren't you teaching me? And that's just not what the class is. I definitely should have probably looked it up on Rate My Professor, because yeah, I don't know. It'll all be okay. I just was not expecting my hardest class this semester to be ceramics. I'm securing my loose ends, and then I'm going to be on the next row. I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, I guess I just kind of ended up started talking about school without like actually connecting it to anything, but I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm hoping not. I'm thinking I might have to start uploading every other week, even though I just got monetized. I just don't have the time. I have to leave. I live about an hour away from my university, but they oversold all their parking passes, so I have to leave like 3.5 hours before my classes, which sucks. I'm stuck at school a lot, and I can't, like, you know, film something in the morning. I'm just like driving to school and practicing violin pretty much all day. So we'll see what happens. I really hope it doesn't come to that, just because I like making these videos and I like hanging out with you guys, but also school. I'm paying to go to school, and I need to do good because I need that scholarship money, please. Okay, my phone just decided to turn off. Whatever, I wasn't talking to you anyways. Well, I mean I was, but not really. So then I went on Amazon and I looked up my safety eyes. I use 10mm safety eyes for my baby axolotls. So I bought a pack of 120 10mm safety eyes for $6.99, and I just plugged it into my calculator, and it says for 2 safety eyes I have to charge 12 cents. I did not really think that safety eyes cost 6 cents each, honestly. Wow. And these ones are all like scuffed up too. I don't really know what the deal is. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't really think that safety eyes would be that much, but I guess they are. And now I know. Now I know that I do need to charge an extra 12 cents for safety eyes, because before I didn't at all. Also, time check, I am only 15 minutes in and I'm pretty much just finishing the head. I feel like I'm wasting time trying to make sure the safety eyes are straight, but honestly, if they're not straight, I'm gonna be irate. I finished the body. I finally just get to do the fins and then sew it on. All right, I finished my baby axolotl. It took me 48 minutes and 15 seconds. So if we go and look at my pricing calculator, I re-updated everything. I ended up using 1 ounce of white yarn, 0.25 ounces of pink yarn, 2 ounces of stuffing, 2 safety eyes, of course. And so for my material cost, it is only $1.70. For time cost, I'm charging the same hourly wage that I did for the big axolotl, so $16 an hour, 48 minutes, that's $12.80, making my total for time and material cost $14.50. Now, here's where I like to kind of play around. I know that axolotls are like super popular. I know a bunch of other people sell out of them. There's one lady who I follow and she sells these ones for $45. So, and she sells them all. Of course, she's from a different state, but still, I mean, they are in high demand. So I'm thinking of maybe raising the price of this guy a little bit, just so that, you know, I can make a little bit more money. It's a handmade item. I can definitely afford to add on a couple dollars. It's obviously well made, not to toot my own horn, but I mean, I've been crocheting for 4 years. 4 years? Yeah, 4 years. So obviously I have worked very hard for this skill set, so I think it would be fair to increase my price, or to increase my hourly wage. So let's just see. Yeah, if I paid myself $18 an hour, I would be making $16.10 on this guy instead. So I'm thinking I'll probably say, let me scroll down, because now I can add the white and pink baby axolotl. I have one of those. I'm gonna think I'm gonna charge, oh, I don't know. Okay, I'm charging $24 for this one. So then I'm thinking maybe half of 24 is 12. Maybe I will just do the $14 on these, even though I feel like they'll fly off the shelves. Again, I mean, this is just kind of like what it comes down to. It's like, yeah, I want to sell my stuff, but I don't want to sell out of it so fast that I literally have nothing left. Like with my stress pets, I think I brought with 10 and then I sold 9 of them. So I know that, you know, people really like them. I could probably bump them up from being $5 to $6. And same with my turtles. I brought 6 turtles. I sold 5. I only have 1 left. I could probably bump them up from being $20 to $24 to being, you know, maybe $22 to $27, and they would still sell. So for the baby axolotl, I think I'm just gonna keep it at 16. I think that's pretty fair. It definitely still takes me a while to make. I mean, 48 minutes is kind of a lot of time, but there you go. I mean, that's pretty much how I price everything. I can let you, you know, look at that. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much how I price my things. Of course, you know, if I made something and it was too high, like my crabs or some of my frogs and stuff, I'll just lower the cost because, you know, it's easier stuff. This guy's pretty complicated. I mean, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, he has 10 crocheted appendages, and then he has 1 sewn on appendage. And yeah, I don't know. I think that'll be a good price though, because he's really cute and he's handmade. So I'll let you know what he sells for. I'm really probably thinking about keeping it at the $16 just because it's cute and I can always lower it later, you know? So if you do want to know if it sells, stay tuned, subscribe, because I'm going to be probably vlogging on the October 7th and then doing a market breakdown of what sold, what my best sellers were, you know, other things like that. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope this helped you, and, you know, let me know, do you price your things differently? Do you have a set hourly wage that you always stick to, or do you decide to not weigh your yarn and just increase your hourly wage? I'm really curious to know. This is what I do, and I think this is kind of what a lot of other people do. It just works. It kind of sucks to waste stuff because sometimes you just want to sit there and crochet and watch TV and not really pay attention. Once you do it for one, then all the other ones pretty much are just the same. So really, it's not that bad, and I definitely think it will help my business and help me be a better business owner. Also, we are almost at 2K subscribers. I think I'm at 1,977, and I'm at 19.88K on Instagram. So there's going to be some giveaways in the future. Subscribe, follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting giveaways probably on Instagram just because that's more like my primary platform. But thank you all so much for the support. I really hope that, you know, creating these videos and tutorials and other things can help give back to the crochet community, because I receive so much love and so much support from all of you, and I really appreciate it. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video. Bye.